Greetings. Welcome, beautiful Cancer, to your water well reading for this current time. We're just looking at general currents around the heart. What's happening? Is there love? Well, there's always love. Is there romance, intimate connections? What's happening? So let's have a wee look for you, beautiful Cancer. We're doing a sort of shortened Celtic cross today, and too many. Actually, maybe we can get a couple of cards for Cancer, so we get the central point with the crossing card and the basis as well. For beautiful Cancer, please. One card to start with even would be good. Are they being a little bit stubborn today? Just some stunning readings happening. Let's see. Stunning. All right. We start out, beautiful Cancer, with the Eight of Cups. Let's get a crossing card, please. Oops, too many. Oops, we've got one on there. Wow. Wow. We've got two that came out face up for you, beautiful Cancer. We get the Eight of Cups. My immediate reaction often to the Eight of Cups is that we're going in search of our two, meaning that classic Two of Cups. The choice card, making new choices. Because we've got our eight, anyway, we'll keep going through. We've got our eight, but we look inside, maybe things are looking a little bit evaporated here at this current time. But I think with the 10 of discs crossing the 8, excuse me, Cancer, we see that all this wealth is in our material world, is all around us. And we have worked for that. We've got another 8 as the basis. These beautiful flowers, this is the 8 of discs. We've worked at something for such a long time. We've worked repetitively to perfect something, to create something that in our mind is beautiful and valuable. Excuse me. Valuable. And that needs to be protected. Protected. There's an attachment here. There's such an intense attachment. To walk away from 8 cups, when you think about it, I'm just getting what the cards are, what I'm getting here. To walk away is such a brave thing to do, because if you think about it symbolically, that you've gone through and experienced each point in that suit, and there's some tough ones within the suit of cups, but we've parried forward, and we get to the 8. And in fact, it seems that the current situation here is that, you've got this incredible it's tangible, you can see it, you can feel it. This 10 of discs around you. You know, you've worked for it. And yet there's something's not quite there that you need as well. Something's not quite there. Anyway, let's just see. I mean, when I say that, I just get that something's missing. Or that something is not agreeable to you within this 10 of discs. This can be about tribal connection, about family connection, about what the expectation of others in your family, in your community is like, which on that point, I'm not explaining this very well, that at that point, that's where it becomes difficult. This is our base, and we'll be doing some very general chakra readings, going through the 7 chakras. This is the base chakra here. These are our roots. This is the wealth that we have around us, that's built up over time. This is where we you know, in a symbolic sense, this is the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. But this, when we get to the 10s, we see it in material form around us. But this card itself represents our tribe. I'm going on a little bit too much here about that. Let's just go through and we'll get some more info. The basis is, you know, you've worked really hard at something here, recent past, to be free, to be emotionally unburdened, to be physically unburdened. The Fool just popped out. When I say you worked really hard at this, the Fool jumped out. You've worked hard. Now, if you are having a wee period of time of going towards that golden horizon there, because you want to see, you want to go and see what's there. We see the gold behind the Fool. Look, this is fascinating. So the Fool's in the recent past, just behind you. We'd assume that you were on a journey now, unencumbered and free, my friends, beautiful Cancers, unencumbered and free. And of course, we are looking at this in terms of matters of the heart, whether it's romantic, whether it's general emotional barometer in our lives at the moment. What's our current position for beautiful Cancers, please? Just one card, please, for beautiful Cancer. We get a couple here. We get a couple of cards. We're actually doing a little bit. What we're doing, beautiful Cancers, it appears to be, is that we're doing some inner work here. It's interesting because, so we get the Fool taking off on a new journey. And yet in this current position, we have the Hermit. The journey was actually a journey into the self, which is quite fascinating to understand this. Look, this takes a great this takes a great sort of peeling back of the films of personal illusion in one's life to do this, because you understood and are understanding currently what you thought was a burden. This is just what I'm getting from these cards. What you thought was your burden, possibly it wasn't what you thought. And at this current time, you're shining your lantern in here. You're peeling back. You're being very precise. For Cancer, very precise in peeling back your layers of your own personal illusions, or I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean in some ways understanding your the connection between your emotional self, which is very sensitive and really acute, really sensitive, I think, with Cancerians. But you're understanding this emotional, this takes bravery here, bravery, this emotional connection with your will, that your heart and your will, there's a communicado going on, which is wonderful, with the will and the heart at this current time. This is pretty special here, Cancers. This is pretty beautiful, and it has a gentle. You're being very gentle with yourself. It's really necessary and really wise. Moving forward for beautiful Cancer here today. Wow, get that. Moving forward. We'll get one more card. Actually, I'll clarify this a wee bit. Moving forward, we get the 5 of Cups. Now, this card is here to remind us that, and that's why I say this thing of this process of going inwards to understand and to connect your will center and your heart. Why this is so brave for beautiful Cancer, because you understand the 5 of Cups. You fully understand it because you've experienced it in the past before. That is why it's really important for you right now, as you're moving forward in an unencumbered and free manner, and you're looking inward here with the beautiful Hermit. Oh God, don't let me lose my train of thought here. As I said earlier, to get to the 8 and to walk away, to walk towards that 2, you are looking towards the 2. In these 2 cards, right? So we're moving forward. We understand disappointment. We understand loss and melancholy. We've experienced this before. We experienced this along the way to the 8. And in fact, in the 8 of Cups, we have the 3 at the top. We have the 5. So we have 5 cups, 5 cups. In this we understand celebration, having full cups and sharing them with others. And we understand what our loss and melancholy is too. There's a connection with this, is that you've not only experienced this in the past, but the 5 is within this. And you're walking away, even though you had to. I'm not making much sense, Cancer, but there's something really beautiful about this reading. Really brave, beautiful, and insightful on your part to know that at this current time, you really want to get down to the bottom of something for once and for all. This is amazing. This is really quite amazing reading here. This card comes out. What is it that we want to understand for once and for all? The 4 of Discs. Why we protect, why we hold on. Well, we do this because no one likes being vulnerable. We hold on to our coins, and we cover our hearts, and we cover here, and we cover our solar plexus. No one wants to be vulnerable. We hold on. But there's a point where we know our desire to be free and unencumbered. We realize that we have to let these go at some point and move on. And I can just feel that moving up my spine. This is an intense and beautiful reading, Cancer. And you really just always have these amazing Cancerian readings. You're really understanding this for yourself, you beautiful things. To me, this is a beautiful reading. Can we just get one last card with this understanding here of fully understanding the card of the 5. Fully understanding the card. We had like masses of cards come out here, and 3 of them. Now, we're looking at these 3. Look, you know it. You know exactly, my friends. You know exactly what's going on here. And I will get a journey map card. We have the 8 of Cups. We have the Fool again. The Fool. And now we have the High Priestess. With the High Priestess, we're going in to some very interesting and deep personal territory here. And you go willingly, of course, but you have to be ready for the High Priestess to allow you through her veil to where the highways and byways of your emotional history, whether that's in this lifetime or over many lifetimes, my friends. I think, the library, the High Priestess's libraries and doorways and hallways where you get to go and walk and discover new information. This is incredible, Cancer. This is just incredible. reading. I'm just going to leave those cards. There's just so many cards that just flew face down onto the floor, but those three were the face up ones. It's just a beautiful, beautiful reading. Oh, look. We get the pixies and fairies with their last word on this. We get the spirit dancer. See this beautiful expression. Breaking free. Truly unencumbered. We can say we're free and easy, and we may well be. But to be truly, at any given point, truly expressive, truly unencumbered, unlimited in our ability to express from our heart, my friends. You've opened this up. There's a dialogue going on between heart and between will. And soon it'll be moving up here. And all of this will be in a mutual dialogue. It's just what I'm getting. Spirit Dancer is an amazing card of breaking free of any kind of self-limitation, boundaries, bondage, and free expression. Excuse me, total free expression, beautiful Cancers. Let's get a journey map. Woo! Card popped out. We've got two. It's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. You're really breaking free of something here. Now, this may be quite specific and might not resonate for most people. We get, or maybe, who knows? We get whatever we get with the cards. We have this beautiful childlike energy with the sprite. Look at his gorgeous face. He's so cheeky. He's so full of life and spontaneity. And see the beauty, just the gorgeous wildness in those eyes. This is who you are, Cancer. This is a part of you. The golden child is a part of you. And then we have the card of eruption. I mean, the sprite's all about fun. Eruption's all about, symbolically breaking free. And at the end of it, you have this gorgeous, translucent obsidian. This beautiful black glass or rock, a byproduct of allowing it all to be released, the pressure to be released. This is just such a beautiful reading, Cancer. Last but not least, ouch! Oh, I just hurt myself. Hurt my finger. Last but not least, this little star card for you. Oh, yeah, look, this is just beautiful. Commit to yourself. We get in the star cards. Commit to yourself, Cancer. Central intelligence, which is the heart. Do you have equal compassion for yourself as you do for others? This is just part of the equation here that I think you're dealing with at this current time, if this reading resonates for you. This is just such a wild, beautiful read for you today, Cancer, and I hope you got something out of it. So thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. And take good care. Have a wonderful week. Thank you, beautiful Cancers. Cheery now. Bye.